Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Yeah Gaming. And today, guess what game I played? So if you watched my video on MUZY or MUZY or whatever, we're calling it MUZY because it sounds better. I don't know what it's actually called, but we're calling it MUZY because it sounds better. But if you watch my video on MUZY from a couple days ago, you'll remember that I said if that video got to 3,000 likes, I would play the game and either use it as background footage or make a video on it. And today, you're getting both. I played the game, you're gonna see it in the background footage, and I'm gonna talk about it. Here is my unscripted mini review of the MUZY demo, and it sure is one of the games of all time. I'll tell you that. I have a list of notes here to go down. That's right, Yeah Gaming is getting detailed here. We're getting a list of notes to go down. They're not too complex, but we'll go down one by one, and that should take us through the entire demo. It's not very long. It only took me about 25 minutes to beat, and a lot of that was just me dicking around and not knowing what to do. So yeah, this is a very short demo. I'm assuming the full game or whatever chapters or whatever it is going to be longer, and maybe I'll talk about that when it comes out if it warrants it. But yeah, let's go over everything here. Oh, and before we get into all of this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 40,000 subscribers, and it'd mean a lot if we could finally get there, and we're trying to hit 100,000 before the end of the year. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's get into it.
Can I tell you something about this game, Evan?
What?
I really want you to know this.
Yeah?
You can't be killed in this whole game.
Really?
There is no way of losing.
I can't, go up to him and...
No.
Okay, I'm gonna get some good thumbnail angles then. Let's go. Do a photo shoot, girly. Look at... Ooh, let's go. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, wait. Hold on. Give me a good one. Come down. Okay, this is... Yeah! Alright, you open up the game with this huge lore paper that I did not read. I don't care. I am not reading all that. And when you move the paper, it feels like those really shitty sections in Sister Location where the mouse was just, terrible, and it's, stuck to the paper, and it's very weird. You can see it on screen how it's moving. The paper should not be moving like that. What is the point? I'm trying to read this, right? Well, I'm not trying to read this, but, little Timmy's trying to read this. What's the point of moving the paper? Anyway, I didn't read it. I just pressed continue. So, who cares? I don't care. So you're thrown into the first section of the game, right? And right off the bat, there is a painting in this game that I'm at least 80% sure is probably AI art. If not, it's just a stock image. But why would this even be in a toy factory in the first place? And a lot of the other art in this game, wall art later, does not look AI generated. So I'm unsure why there is this very clearly AI generated looking painting of a woman in the first room in the game. Maybe they just wanted to give people something to complain about for YouTube videos. I don't know. There's plenty of other things to complain about, guys. You didn't have to put an AI art piece in there. And maybe it's not AI art. Like I said, I'm 80% sure. But it sure as hell looks like it. I'll say that. Now, one of the best parts about this little demo of MUZY here is that there are so many little things that are interactable in the environment, which I like a lot. Part of the charm of Ban 1 is being able to move those chairs and the trash cans all across the map and do fucking weird shit with them. And to some extent, you can do very similar things in this game. A lot of random, blocks and chairs can be moved around and messed around, which is always fun. They don't have as weird of physics as the Ban ones, but you can still move them, which is fun. The real funny physics and, very purposeful shit you can mess around with is these balls that you can infinitely spawn, and they just go flying when you touch them, just across the map, and it's very funny. And if you play with them too much, they just explode. So, you know what? I actually will give props there. That is a very funny thing to just put in your game. I love shit like that, where you can just mess around with the environment, and it's obviously, done on purpose. It's not just, you're messing with the game, but they're have fun with it. Here's a couple things you can just mess around with, which is very cool. I like that a lot. Oh my god, this game has a ball. Holy shit. Now let's talk about the gun. If you watch my previous video on this game, you'll know that the gun is kind of like this game's version of the drone from Ban and the grab pack arms from Poppy Playtime. The thing is, the gun actually isn't that because it's used for nothing and you have it for the entire game. The only mandatory use of the gun in this entire game is at the first section before you try to get into the main section of the demo. You have to use the gun to hit 3 targets in order to get in And that is the only thing the gun is used for. So I'd love to tell you what my full opinions on the gun is as like a game mechanic for this game, but you literally use it for nothing. That puzzle with the gun too is like complete bullshit because so you have to hit the targets, right? And it says you have to hit all 3 targets, but it doesn't tell you that you have to hit all 3 targets in a certain order for it to actually open up. So I'm just standing there like an idiot trying to like shoot them one by one and it's doing nothing. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And the game's not telling me what I'm doing wrong because it didn't tell me I needed to do it in a certain order. I'd have Isaac, aka the baddest, explain to me in VC that I needed to shoot them in a certain order. That should not be the case for this actual like baby game. Like, just tell me to do it in a certain order. I'll figure it out.
You want me to tell you what to do?
Is it like, am I just stupid?
The game does not tell you. The game does not tell you. You need to hit those in a certain order.
Why?
It does not tell you that.
What the fuck? What happened?
What?
Literally, what happened? So you get into the main area, right? And this is where the actual puzzles, the actual gameplay comes into play. You have to get this like first key, and then you can go into this room where that Huggy Wuggy thing is. And actually, in between my videos, they updated the game and replaced the Huggy Wuggy with a different Huggy Wuggy, the one that I've used on my thumbnails multiple times, and will probably be on this thumbnail as well, which is a better design than the bootleg Huggy Wuggy, so I'll give them that. But yeah, that design changed, and they're kind of funny. You can just kind of watch them spin around, and this entire section of gameplay is just, it'll show you a series of shapes on a board, and you have to go stand on the shapes that it tells you. And you just do that multiple times, and then it's over. It's like nothing. It's just nothing gameplay. For all these minigames, except for the maze at the end, I think, you can choose either easy or hard difficulty, and I don't know why it just lets you do that per minigame instead of just like a setting at the beginning. It's kind of weird. I don't really know. I did the first one on hard. It wasn't that bad, I guess, but there's no difference between doing it in hard and easy. Like, you can do them on either difficulty and you still progress all the same. Because I did the second minigame on easy because it was too bullshit on hard, and it just lets you progress. There's no like differences there. So I don't know, who cares? Just do them on easy. This game is ass anyway. So this second minigame is a platforming segment in this first person game with like jank controls, and it's not very fun. It really isn't very fun. And the easy version cuts down on the platforming by like 80% unironically. So yeah, I would just not recommend doing this one on hard mode ever. Not like you're ever gonna play this game, but like on the off chance you do for some reason, yeah, just don't do hard mode on this one. It's just not worth it. There isn't even like a monster threat here like the last one. There's just nothing. Speaking of threats, I think this should be a good point to bring up that nothing can kill you in this game. You are invincible. Not the monster in the first section, not the monster at the end of the maze, and that's it. Those are the only 2 monsters. Nothing can kill you in this game. At least in this demo, nothing can kill you, which is very funny and very stupid. There is no threat. You can try as many times as you want on any of these minigames. You are not under any pressure. This is literally a game for toddlers. So as I mentioned, there's that last puzzle, which is a maze, and it's like the worst thing ever, because it's not just a maze. It's a maze, but the path to the end changes as you walk around through it, which might sound cool, but it's not cool. It's hard to keep track of anything going on, and it just kind of boiled down to me walking around until I accidentally stumbled into the right path and then got the key and left. There's like a little jump scare at the end with this like weird baby looking thing. Not baby FNAF, like an actual baby. And it doesn't do anything, doesn't kill you, and you just get the key and then you leave and then the demo's over. That's the entire game. So what are my thoughts on MUZY? It's like, it has less of a threat than Ban Ban. You, like, do less than Ban Ban. It looks, like, prettier than Ban Ban, I guess. And that's it. It's a very nothing game. I'm very confused why Dawko and Fusion even played this. There's, like, no gameplay to this. Maybe the full game will be better. I hope so. Maybe I'll play it. Maybe this game will get the glow up of the century. You know, that'd be fantastic. But for now, yeah, this is terrible. This is, like, really bad. I have in my notes here, great game, 10 out of 10. You know what? I have to agree. Great game, 10 out of 10. Really appreciate you guys getting to 3,000 likes and making me play this shit. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm gonna wrap up here. I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you appreciated that review of MUZY. And I'll see you all tomorrow, probably, maybe. Bye, everybody.